Your basement.
It's my basement, you know, it's my room.
Do you pay?
This is my pad.
You rent?
No.
So then it's not yours, it's your parents.
It is. No, it definitely is. I'm not gonna deny that, but
Privileged.
Yeah, I didn't earn it, but don't you want that privilege?
White privilege. Well, I mean, not necessarily white, middle class privilege.
Yeah, but don't you? Here's the thing. That's like something we talk about in my English class. It's like
back in my day,
no,
you had to.
You want privilege though. Like you earn most privileges. Like I didn't earn it. I understand that. I know what work ethic is, but at the same time, my family came to America as very low class citizens. You know. Like,
who's your family? My
grandparents. My parents are first generation. My grandparents are all immigrants. So they came here with almost no money. You know, just working in factories or construction jobs that really didn't pay the bills well. You know. Whether they would work at a hospital and take food from the kitchen there to bring it to feed their own children. That's how my parents grew up. So now I'm in a household. My parents worked their way to the middle class and they're moving their way up, you know, so that their kids can enjoy the privilege of a warm home with assets and stuff like this that I definitely appreciate. You know?
I mean, how many people have their own built-in pole in their basement?
Exactly. Not many.
Yeah.
Not many. No, but I think a lot of people like in this world, like they think privilege is a bad thing. Like, you got to earn privilege, and yes, there's obviously a negative side of privilege.
Well, the whole point of privilege is you don't have to earn it. Earning it would be... What?
You earn privileges.
Earning something is merit-based.
Yes.
All right?
You can get privileges taken away. Because you can not dis-earn them, but you can lose a privilege.
Yeah.
Just as much as you earn it.
So you don't earn a privilege.
Yeah, you do.
How do you earn a privilege?
You go get it. That's a privilege. To be a trust fund baby, or to be the person with a trust fund, isn't that a privilege?
Yeah.
Haven't you earned
You didn't
that?
earn it.
No, exactly. Like the person, the recipient, right?
Yeah.
The beneficiary.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
They have privilege.
Okay, but the person who earns the privilege, let's say me going outside.
It's not a privilege then. It's like the fruits of
your
labor.
Let's say a license, a driver's license, to me is a privilege.
It's not a privilege, it's a right. You have a right to use a car because...
But I earned it. I passed the test.
Yes, you earned it.
I'm a conscious driver who hasn't died yet on the road.
I think we are confusing words here. You're saying earn, which is not the same as privilege. Earning is a right.
But I was raised to...
Like, I have the right to operate heavy machinery as a merchant mariner, as an engineer.
A right
I don't have the
earn.
privilege.
You can't earn a right.
Yes, you do.
Rights are universal. Some rights weren't given, so
constitutional rights.
Exactly, they're not earned.
Yeah.
I think we're just talking about the same term in a different word.
I don't like your use of the word privilege.
Because growing up, my parents taught me that privilege was something you earn. So like, let's say I wanted to go up the block, and my parents said, be home by 6:30 before the sun goes down. I had to be home before 6:30. And if I wasn't, I lost the privilege. So the next day, the whole week, I couldn't go up the block. I couldn't go to my friend's house and play outside. I lost my privilege. A privilege is something... It's a good thing. A privilege in my mind was always a positive. So it's like...
I think we need a new word then.
I know, because privilege is attached to white privilege. And there's definitely ignorance with privilege. Because most people that receive privileges don't earn them. And I definitely understand that. But you could also be conscious. Like, I have a privilege to live in this house. To have bought that camera that I earned. Because I got a job that I earned and I worked hard for. I got these mics that I earned. I got a table that I didn't earn, thankfully. But my mom gave it to me. And I'm very thankful.
Thankfully. This is a decent table.
And I put it to good use, you know? And I'm trying to use my privilege, I guess, to the best of my abilities. I feel like people try to like shame you for having privilege, or it's like people hate people who are doing well for themselves. And I'm not saying I'm doing well for myself. I'm just saying like
you're doing well for yourself for 18.
I mean, yeah, but like here's the thing, like you try to be diligent with school, but I'm talking about more of like moving up in the world. It's like I feel like the higher you go, more people place they attribute successes to things that are negative. And they're definitely
I gotta say though that maybe not working retail, but I gotta say doing a job that takes you out of your comfort zone and into other areas, like working in EMS, is humbling.
Hell yeah.
Because I've been to homeless shelters, I've been to low class areas, I've been into housing projects that I would otherwise never be in. I had no reason to be there, but because I was on an ambulance and I was doing a call, you get to see how other people live, you know? And
exactly. And you appreciate what you have.
Exactly. And you realize your privileges, like the fact that you have a heated basement that you can do these things.
A heated basement. I have a roof over, I have food every day on the table, you know? Whether or not someone makes it for me, but it's in the fridge, you know? It's like I have access to things that a lot of kids don't.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it. I try to make myself...
And that's not a right. That's a privilege.
That is a privilege, yes. But it's a privilege you earned, right? Let's say, how did the food get there?
You earned it because you popped out of your mom?
That's true. I'm I'm talking about the privilege that my parents earned for me, and I understand what you're saying, but it's like either way, it was earned by
So
someone.
the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your parents' labor, is something that you enjoy, even though you did not have to labor for it.
Pretty much.
So that's
It is a privilege.
okay.
See, here's the thing, like, it could sound incredibly ignorant for me to agree with that, but that's literally what it is. Because I want my kids to not have to worry about, like, I feel like nowadays they want more suffering. It's because it helps a point of view.
I don't
you know?
think that.
What do you mean?
I don't think that, because I think I know the type of people you're talking about.
Exactly.
They don't want more suffering. They want equality.
Then you're talking about a different subject.
No. There's equality, there's equity, and there's merit.
Okay, I like this. I like where you're going.
All right.
With this. Okay, let me hear it.
Where equality is everyone gets what they need to be equal.
No. They get
Equity.
They get the same. They're accommodated equally. Equity is the same outcome. I don't agree with equity. I don't think you can force an outcome to be equal. I think you can give people the vices. I think you can help them, but I think at the end of the day, it's an individual incentive.